TattedLibrarian. His name is Ilice Jackson, and we are here at the book signing event. Please introduce yourself to me.
Hello, everybody. Hello, my name is Ilice Jackson. I am a mom, a wife, an entrepreneur, CEO, and now a new author of this book here, How I Spoke to My Mountains. It's a book full of declarations to help anybody who's trying to reignite their faith. If they feel that they've lost it through trials, tribulations, different things that have come to stop, and obstacles that have happened in their life, this book will actually help you to regain the faith that you felt like you lost through all of it.
And tell us, did music inspire you anywhere along your writing process?
You know what, definitely. During the writing process, I want to say definitely a lot of gospel and Christian music. I can relate back to a lot of different songs that I've heard in the writing process. During times that I felt like quitting or giving up writing this book, there have been a lot of music as far as gospel related that has actually helped me to complete this book and finish it throughout the process of me writing, publishing, all the way through the end of this book. So yes, it has. Music has really inspired me.
Amazing. And lastly, are you tatted?
A few times.
All right.
Yes, a few times. There's a few that we can't see.
Right.
But yes, I might be getting a few more.
There we go. All right, and thank you so much, Ilice, for joining us. We appreciate you, and you all may purchase her book.
Yes, at www.howIspokeToMyMountains.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Allowed to pass us by. Thinking back, I can remember my childhood being filled with a lot of joy and happiness, and also remember the sad moments. For the most part, the atmosphere in my home was positive, and mainly because my mom was a very peaceful person. I was raised in a loving environment, but our family had major dysfunctions, just like any other family. Hey, family. Hey. I can remember at the age of 10, my mom and dad got a divorce, and it was sudden, with no explanation was given to me at the time, I guess because I was a kid. And I didn't understand what happened since I had never heard my parents argue. In my eyes, they were the perfect couple. I remember for a brief period in time, we moved out of our home and moved in with my aunt, and I would now have to see my father less frequently than I used to. My father and I had a perfect relationship before the divorce. I learned so much from him, and his love for me was incomparable to any love that I had ever imagined. After divorce and move, I started to resent my father, and would sometimes not even go with him when he would come to pick me up. 3 years later, after they divorced, my mom passed away, and my time with my dad got even shorter, and visits went from almost every day to every other week, down to maybe once or twice a month, and after that, they just completely stopped. I just started to accept that maybe he just didn't want to be around, not knowing my dad had developed a drug habit a little while after he and my mom divorced, and his habit got a little worse after my mom passed away. I didn't know the extent of hurt he had experienced losing his family, losing his wife, and I blamed him for everything. My older sister shared with me that my father stood over my mom's casket and declared these words: "I have no reason to live anymore. My reason to live is gone." My father lost his life 2 years and 3 months after my mom passed away. So here I am at 15 with no parents. I lived my life regretting the times I chose not to spend with my father, the moments that I missed being around him. I lived forever with these regrets because I felt like I missed out on time that I should have taken advantage of. My father's body lay in a morgue for almost a month after his body was found on the streets. Until this day, I'm not sure of the cause of death. All I was sure of is that now I can't get back the time. The memory of seeing him in his final resting place at his funeral will forever be etched in my mind. And I questioned myself for years, wondering if he still loved me and wondering if he still knew I loved him in spite of what I felt had happened between him and my mom. Years later, my older daughter experienced the same when her biological father was murdered. I felt like a cycle was being repeated, and I had no father, now she does it. Or at least that's what I would say, because I felt like that's how life would be. Things happen for a reason. I know this for a fact. My painful experience growing up without my parents taught me how to value quality time with my own husband and children. My husband has literally been a saving grace, and he's been the greatest father to my oldest and now our 2 little ones as well. Cycles don't have to be repeated. They can be broken with words that you speak out of your mouth. God literally sent me a man with the same characteristics of my father. What we go through in life, we don't have to live with the regret of what we believe should have or shouldn't have, what we believe we shouldn't have or should have done. Whatever the situation is, take it, learn from it, grow through it, and help somebody else. You're reading a book with somebody who could have had easily been a product of their regrets. But I changed the outcome by challenging myself to see past what was presently trying to block my view of my purpose. So after that, this was a list of declarations that I actually wrote, even while writing this chapter. And I wanted to read that because my message for everybody that is living or has, we still have time. Everybody that wake up, we know we still have time. And God reminded me of that every single day that I wake up. There's something that I need to be doing because He ain't put me in the ground yet. So I just wanted to share that with everybody to understand that whatever it is that you live through in life or live past in life, or if you're still there as far as being regretful of what you did or didn't do or how you felt like things should have went, I realized a lot of things that happened in my life I spoke out of my own mouth. A lot of us in there can relate to that, right? A lot of stuff that we go through in life, we say it out of our own mouth. We always blame or place the blame on somebody else. But God made me realize one thing. In His Word, there are never things of negativity in the outcome that comes out of our life. So anything negative that happens to us, we have to revert back to it and understand what we've said out of our own mouths and the power that we had. When my sister shared with me what my father said, it really made me think about Whitney had still been here had he not spoke those words over my mom's casket. About him not wanting to live and him feeling like his reason for living is gone. And I had gotten to that point in my life, and at one time I didn't feel like I had a reason to live. And I never shared with my husband. I was getting off work one time. We were living on Division. And I was walking home, and I believe that day was the day that I felt like I had told God, I don't want to be here. And literally walking across the street, I had my headphones on, and there was a car riding past, zooming, and knocked me down. That's how fast it was going. And I literally thought I was dead after that. And when God showed me at that moment in my life, I spared you. And the reason why He spared you was because of the people that I knew He was going to connect me to. And since then, there's been connection after connection after connection that makes me wake up every day and realize that my life has value and purpose. Regardless of what I felt like, I've been through an experience, regardless of how I felt as a person, regardless of the many times that I didn't love myself, He kept waking me up. He kept causing me to relive situations because He understood that there was a strength on the inside of me that He wanted me to tap into, a grace and a purpose that I had. So I'm grateful even for that. My parents not being here was a reminder of me to make sure, even in the time that I have with my children, to actually be there consistently. So that they know that I love them, that they know that I care, that they know that, they have a mom who loves them unconditionally, regardless of what. So, that's it, y'all. I don't want to cry. But I'm just grateful to not be scared to talk about me. What I've been through, a lot of people always talk about how, we may be so guarded and they don't understand or they don't see a lot of things that happen. And I'm here to tell you guys, and I'm living proof that God can change a situation from bad to good. No matter where you are in life, no matter what you feel like about yourself or who you think you are, there's purpose on the inside of you for you to take somebody else and carry them through it. So I hope this book blesses you guys while y'all read it. The declarations in here are literally declarations that I wrote in my journal for times where I didn't care about myself enough, and God reminded me of the words that I had, the power that I had to speak into existence what I wanted to see for myself. And I know that there's power in the words because everything that I've spoken, every declaration that's in this book has come to fruition in my life, literally. Everything that I've said, everything that I've written down, every obstacle that I've faced has been defeated because of words and the faith and belief behind them. So I appreciate you guys so much. I thank you guys. My dedication is in here, and I'm gonna close with that, and we're gonna leave so I can stop crying. First and always first, God, I thank you for not giving up on me in my rebellion. I had to write that because Elder Bree sitting right here. She know I was very rebellious. This lady taught me how to pray, y'all. Like, taught me how to literally pray for myself.
Raise your hand.
been down some dark roads by choice, but you have always made sure I was protected and safe. My life was created to worship you forever. And you have been the source behind every declaration and every one of my victories, and I'm eternally thankful that you have never failed me. Your grace and mercy has been my greatest testimony forever serving you. That's the Jesus. Isaac Blanks and Eddie Brackens, I will never disappoint or bring to shame all of the hard work you both showed me during your times here on earth. This is only the beginning. My aunt, Mary Brackens Roseman, you were and always will be that piece of the puzzle that reconnected me to living after I took so many losses in life. You showed me how to live my life my way, unapologetically, loving on myself and being secure in who God made me, no matter the flaw. Edward White, I call him Grandpa. That's actually my sister's father. I had my own dad. They had to share bed.
No, you didn't.
But you guys, this man came in at the time of my life. He's rest in peace. He passed away, few days before, after we got married. 3 days after me and Anthony got married. And literally came in as a father figure, and I watched him, how disciplined he was throughout his life. I don't care what it was, whether it was eating, cooking, whatever, ironing his clothes, he was always disciplined with stuff that he did, and it taught me a lot. So, thank you for teaching me discipline. Your demonstration has been a major key in my life. To my sisters, I want to simply thank you all for your many displays of strength. They have taught me to be the woman of impact and mother and white woman with no excuses. Thank you all for being a helping hand during some of the lowest points in my life. Every sleepless night, every prayer, every scolding, Miss Mary, every talk will not return to you void, I promise. Micaiah Royce and Legend. I call him my rich best friend. I am who I am because of you three. I bless God every day for allowing me to mother 3 of the greatest children on this planet. You guys make life worth living. This book is only the beginning of what Mommy has in store for you and our legacy. To Kai, you were my first lesson and my greatest reward. I thank you for being my accountability partner and my muse. Royce Jackson, you are my miracle. For 10 years, I prayed hard for you, and God gave me exactly what I wanted. You are perfect. Although she probably a terrible athlete. My son, you have brought an everlasting smile to my face. You were prophecy manifested right before our eyes, and you were the last piece to the Jackson puzzle that God strategically planned. Son, you have fulfilled me in a way words could not explain. He can't hear me right now. Where you at? That was literally prophesied over our lives a while ago. We had Royce, and we found out we were pregnant again. My husband already knew it was a boy because that was a word we had gotten years ago that we would have a boy to carry on legacy. So I thank God for that last. That's it. We over with. And last but not least, Anthony R. Jackson Jr. I can't thank God enough for you, for the man you are in my life, your positivity, your willpower to fight through everything thrown at you has actually been a part of my blueprint to navigate through life. God created you for me, and I know that for a fact that had I passed not crossed, none of what people see in me today would be possible. You have been my best friend, my mentor, my leader, my truth, and my biggest supporter. What we share is priceless, and I'm anticipating every moment with you. Thank you for showing me what never giving up really looks like. Many don't know your journey, and I can't wait for the world to hear what you've been doing to be a demonstration of the world's greatest husband, father, friend, and let's just say business partner. I'm gonna kill them away because it says business. You've taught me to never allow anybody to put a cap on my visions and my goals. Let's keep doing life together and shock ourselves and the world. And